Okay, so another issue that I like to address is also on social media, right? Addressing another comment, on the videos that I post, right? And this person, he kept asking me the same question. Okay, is that, why does my body collapse, like, like tightening, not tightening up, but close off. Okay, you know, he is from Yang style Taijiquan background, and many people who are from Yang style Taijiquan background may look at what I do and think like similar, like why your body's so closed off, right? Because in Yang style Taijiquan, okay, everything is more open, right? That's the flavor of Yang style Taijiquan, right? Certainly, I'm not, exactly from Yang style Taijiquan background, but I see, right? People, Yang style Taijiquan flavor is more open. Okay, me personally, I don't specifically do Yang style Taijiquan, right? I did 24 simplified 24 Tai Chi, which is derived from Yang style Taijiquan. Just simplify it, okay? And I did Chen style Taijiquan. Okay, Chen style Taijiquan, you have old frame, new frame, right? Old frame is more open. Yeah, and new frame is a lot smaller. Okay, and Bagua, right? And Xingyi, right? And then the original style where Xingyi is derived from, right? Xingyi, right? Xingyi Quan, Xingyi Quan. Okay, and the reason that for our style, okay, Xingyi Dao system, that the body is close. Yeah, so when people talk about collapsing the body, okay, you have to think about the body as there's two layers, two components, the outside and the inside, the external and the internal, the physical body and the force behind the physical body, right? We cannot just, think about the body just visually what you see, right? That's only one aspect of your body. Your body has physical and non-physical. Everything comes from energy, right? When people, who do internal martial arts and they don't believe in energy, okay, they just have to understand that everything comes from energy, pure energy, right? Two material things cannot turn into something alive, right? You cannot have a stone and a piece of wood and somehow they're able to connect and merge into something alive. It's not possible, right? Any pure material things, physical things that we see in this world, they cannot emerge and evolve into something else alive. Okay, living things is living. Life emerges because of pure energy. Okay, there's no other way around it. You know, it's physics. Okay, how was this universe created? It's from pure energy state, right? And energy somehow, you know, become turbulent, and then, you know, everything gets sucked in. All that energy gets sucked into, you know, one thing, black hole, right? And then it gets smaller, smaller, and smaller, right? You're condensing, that energy gets condensed, right, through the black hole, right? Sucked everything in, and then to a, you know, a single point of infinite density, right? And then from there, right, you cannot have more things sucked in. You know, it's already so dense, okay, that, you know, nothing else really fits in there anymore. You know, I guess. And then, so that causes an expansion, right? And this expansion, the energy expands, and then material things emerged, right? So the universe, the material world was created through that process from pure energy, right? So when we talk about, you know, living things reproduction, it's not just two pure material things, you know, interact and create life. There's energy to it. Okay, we came from the energetic state, right? And then the spirit is from the energetic state, right? Spirit is not something that you can see. Even just talking about like in this material dimension, your spirit, you know, do you have a warrior spirit, or do you have an intellectual spirit, or do you have, you know, other, you know, quality to your spirit? Okay, that spirit you cannot see, you can feel, you can sense, right? That's not material. Okay, it's not like you see a piece of rock, that's material, right? You see, you know, claws, animal claws, right? That's pure material. Okay, a bear has claws, you see the claws, but if a bear doesn't have any spirit and just the bare body and the bare claws, you're not going to feel afraid, right? It doesn't do anything. It's pure physical. It's not living things. Okay, but the bear is scary because of the bear spirit, which is something that you cannot visually see, you can feel, you can sense, right? So living things are produced because of that spirit, and spirit itself is energetic, that you cannot see it. It's just like the air, you cannot see it, you can feel it when there's wind blowing, right? That you can feel, but you cannot see it. And spirits, people's spirit, animal spirit, you can see, but you can feel it. So now going back to what this person is saying, oh, your body looks very collapsed. Okay, that's incorrect by Yang style Taijiquan standard. Okay, but you know, like sometimes you need to understand anything you do, you know, Yang style Taijiquan, it's a martial art, right? If you want to do it as a martial art, you can do it for health purpose, for other purposes, you know. But if you consider Taijiquan as a martial art, it doesn't really matter whether you're doing Yang style Taijiquan, Chen style Taijiquan, Xingyi, Bagua, everything has to follow martial arts principle. And since it's internal, everything has to follow internal principle, which is understanding yin yang. So to understand yin yang, you have to think about body as the physical body, the material body you can see, and the energetic body, or the force, at least thinking about the force behind your physical movements. Okay, which means that whatever that it looks on the outside, it's not the pure measurement of whether you're doing something correct or incorrect. right? What do you feel on the inside, right? Do you feel this lower energy center, right? What are you doing with the lower energy center? And any movements that you make, do you feel that force behind it? And what does it feel like? Right? When you close off your body, make it very tight. It doesn't mean that your force is collapsing. Your force could be doing the opposite. And this is yin yang. Right? Maybe the force is doing the opposite of what the body is doing. Maybe the force is doing what the body is doing. Right? When your body is physically expanding, maybe that force is expanding. But when your body is closed off, that force could be expanding too. Right? And you also need to understand, right, we're not talking about pure physical things. Right? The body, what you see visually, that's pure material physical things. Right? You see expansion and you see expansion. Right? This is not, I'm not expanding my physical body. I'm not expanding my physical body. I'm closing off. Okay? But when we talk about force, on the level of force, expansion is completely different concept. Right? How do you cause force to expand? By first condense the force, compress the force, like a balloon, right? A balloon or a ball, right? You have the outside, the exterior, which is material, but inside is air. Right? How an air can represent force. Like the wind can represent force. Wind is blowing, when the wind is really blowing, then it lifts you off your feet. Right? And that is force, something that you don't physically see. Same with the body, there's force behind the movements. And going back to a ball, a balloon, right? The air inside, is able to generate force, create force. And this expansion force, a ball can only expand, a balloon can only expand when you pump air inside. And when you pump air inside a ball or inside a balloon, that's going inward. You're not stretching the balloon, you're not stretching the ball to fill up the inside. Right, to make the force expand. The force cannot expand just by you stretching a balloon. It doesn't do anything. Right, so expansion has to start with injecting, right, pressuring inward. Right, you have to use a pump. You have to pressure inward. And only through pressure inward, that's when the force interact with this inward pressure and then expands. Okay, so again, I'm just addressing this, comment, and this person keep on, asking the same question. So is that the correct way to view this question by just, thinking what the physical body is doing, right? Yes, so this close, right? Just like, we're doing push hands. Right, why is my arm here? Right, some people say, oh, you're collapsing the body, which is wrong. You're not doing Tai Chi push hands correctly. Okay, but is this correct? When you push, you push. Is this correct? What is correct? physical body is not the correct way of, you know, evaluating whether something is correct or not. I bring my body here, you push. Right, it's what's going on the inside. What are you doing with your force? That's what's important. Okay, so the point is, don't judge everything on the outside. That's pure physical. Don't judge things by the material things, right? They're not alive, right? Only things can become alive when there's energy, right? Gets injected into physical things. Okay, and energy creates material things. Okay.